All right, here we go. This one's going to be a 9mm versus 357 SIG test. Today we're going to be testing out some Underwood ammo. So for the 9mm, we do have our 124 grain plus P plus bonded. That one is the gold dot bullet. Here's what that one looks like. It does have your nickel plated brass on that. It's rated at 1,300 feet per second. And for our 357 SIG, that one is 125 grain gold dot. Also nickel plated brass, and that one's rated 1,475 feet per second. So I have done this test in the past, but it was out of full size, and I did get a request to test it out of some sub compacts or short barrels, so we're going to see how we do today. So for our 9mm, we do have our Canik Mete MC9. That one does have a 3.18 inch barrel. And for the 357 SIG, we have our Glock 33, and that one does have a 3.42 inch barrel. So not really apples to apples with the barrel length there, but that's as close as I can get today. So we'll be going through our gel. That is a 10% block. We do have our catch block behind that, so a total 22 inches of gel. Our 4 layers of cotton t-shirt on the front, and like always, we'll set up our chronograph so we can hopefully pick up those impact velocities. So let's set up and see how these rounds do head to head. First one up will be that 9mm. All right, we're stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. All right, our impact velocity on that one was 1,237 feet per second, so not too bad at all, especially out of that super short barrel. All right, so let's see how we did. So with this one, you can see right down in that cavity, nice good splitting so far, and then you can see a nice good spiral pattern. So really good to see. Let's check it out from the top. Oh yeah, not too bad at all. Like I always say, those gold dots always leave some really nice spiral cuts in this gel. That one doesn't look like it really settled down too much. Maybe that last half inch or so, and we actually did make it into that second block. But nice good spiral pattern. So let's see if we can get a measurement on this. I will do our cross sections later, get a little bit more accurate measurement. Let's see, so all the way over we are just shy of 2 inches, so not too bad at all for that one. So let's check it out from the side. Oh yeah, that one's looking really good. So you can see as soon as that one came in, probably 1/4 inch or less, started opening up really nicely. Got some really nice cuts throughout there, and then you can see right towards the end, maybe that last even half inch or so, did start to settle down a little bit, and we did make it into that second one. But man, check that out, some pretty good damage. Really good to see, especially for that short barrel. Like I said, that one is 3.1 inch, so pretty impressive. It actually did really good. So let's see how far we made it into the second one. I'm not sure if the camera's picking this one up because this block is a little bit cloudy on this second one, but we are right at 1 3/4 inches. So we did make it 12 3/4 inches total penetration. So let's set up for that 357 SIG and see how that one does. All right, we're still back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. All right, impact velocity on that one was 1,331 feet per second, so just over 100 feet per second difference for that 357 SIG, even though that last one was that plus P plus, so not too bad at all. All right, so let's see how this one did. So you can see right where we hit. Got a pretty decent hit on that one also, and then you can see right down in there, and pretty good star pattern. So we got a pretty good comparison there. So let's check it out from the top. So there it is from the top, not too bad at all. You can see really good stretch cavity, nice distinct pattern. And we did slow down just a little bit towards the end, and we did actually make it into that second block. So let's see what kind of measurement we have from the top. So from our widest spot, we are just over 2 inches, about 2 1/8 inches. So really not too much more than that 9mm. They are pretty identical. Hell, if you look at them from the top, they're almost identical right there. But really good to see there. So let's check it out from the side. And from the side, same thing, looking really good. So that one did come in about a 1/4 inch, started opening up. You can see that nice spiral cut pattern going all the way through. And then like we said, maybe that last 1/4 inch, it started to flatline a little bit. Normally, you know, the last inch or so, but that one really didn't slow down too much. But got a really nice cutting pattern. And then that one did make it into that second block. Looks like we do have a little bit of that kind of suck back or bounce back in there, but still pretty good to see. So let's check our measurement here from the side. So at our widest point here, we are just shy of 2 1/2 inches. So a little bit more from the side. Like I always do, I will cut these open to our cross sections and all that stuff, so get a little bit more accurate measurement. But really good to see there. And let's see, from our leading edge, we are at about 2 1/2 inches. So that one was 13 1/2 inches of penetration. I believe our other one, our 9mm, was 12 3/4. So, you know, there really isn't too much of a difference there. So really good to see. So let's check them out one more time from the top. So the one on the right is that 9mm, one on the left is that 357 SIG. So here is that 9. See, that one came in, opened up really nice. Really good spiral cuts going all the way through. Then we did kind of flatline there towards the end, and then we did make it into that second block. I did flip this block, so the entry is actually over here towards the back. And for that 357 SIG, same thing. Came in, opened up. Really nice stretch cavity. Really nice spiral cuts. And this one doesn't look like it really settled down too much. And then that one did also make it into that second block. So really awesome stuff there. So I'll do one more shot from the top so you can get an idea what those are looking like. We're going to pull those rounds and see what they look like. All right, check those things out. They both got some awesome expansion. Really nice to see there. So one on the right is that 9mm, one on the left is that 357 SIG. So here is that 9mm. Check that out. Thing opened up perfectly. See that signature gold dot down in there. But perfect uniform expansion on that. This one does have quite a bit of gel still stuffed down in there. But man, that thing opened up really nice. Very impressive. Really nice round there. And that 357 SIG, same thing. There's that gold dot. But man, perfect expansion. And this one looks like we got a little bit of jacket core separation. Not so much core, like, you know, the lead part. It looks like it's peeling off those little copper. Almost looks like that black talon or that Ranger T style talons right there. They are kind of peeled off a little bit, so they are actually pretty sharp. So that's actually pretty cool. But same thing, picture perfect expansion. Bunch of gel, like I always do. We'll rinse these out here towards the end before we get our still shots and all that good stuff. But man, really nice performance for both. I'm a huge 357 SIG fan, but man, that 9mm was definitely keeping up with this one, especially with those cavities. They really don't look too much different. Really awesome to see. So here they are from the bottom. Really good expansion. And one more time from the top. So there we go, guys. That was 9mm versus 357 SIG. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, and here's that cross section for that 9mm. You can see this one has some nice wide cutting going on. Pretty big splits. Same thing on this other side. You can see a nice spiral pattern going on down in there. I did remeasure this one. At its widest spot, we were right around 2 inches. It's averaging about 1.75 inches, but those widest splits is right at 2 inches. So pretty good amount of damage there. So let's cut this open. All right, and here's after being cut. So this bottom is the right, this top is the left. So you can see right about that 1/4 inch mark where it came in, started opening up really nicely. There's a little bit of that cotton t-shirt right away, and there's some really small lead fragments going on that it did drop. Of course, it is a bonded round, so it's not going to let go of those big pieces, but there's some really small lead chunks. But you can see some nice big splitting going on, nice stretch cavity going all the way through, and some nice good tears. So really good to see on that one. And the same thing on the top right there, came in, parachuted open, nice stretch cavity. And once again, nice big splits going on. A little bit more of that cotton t-shirt that it did drop on this side. But real smooth, distinct cuts, just like those gold dots usually do. So really awesome to see. Quite a bit of damage for that one. It was moving out pretty good for that short barrel, so that was really good to see also. So there we go. There was that 9mm plus P plus. All right, and here's that cross section for that 357 SIG. So same with this one. Got some really nice wide splitting going on. Really good distinct star pattern. Same on this side. Really nice wide cuts. I did remeasure both of these, and we're averaging about 2.25 inches. And then at some of the widest parts, they're right at 2.5 inches. So really good to see there, especially for those short barrels. Really doing quite a bit of damage. So let's cut this open. All right, and here's after being cut. So this bottom is the right, this top is the left side. So this one, it looks like basically maybe 1/8 of an inch where it came in and started opening up, where that last one was about 1/4 inch. But pretty much immediately started opening up. You can see a nice wide stretch cavity going all the way through. And then some really nice deep cuts. There's quite a bit of that cotton t-shirt that this one did drag in also. But man, there's some nasty cuts going on. So really good to see there. Same on this top side. Immediately opening up, pretty crazy. Normally, you know, they kind of go in a little bit and then they start to open, but this one basically as soon as it hit, started parachuting open. Same with this one, nice wide stretch and ton of damage going on. Ton more of that cotton t-shirt that it did drag in, but man, there's some pretty deep cuts down. And this one was a brand new block, so we're able to see a little bit more what's going on there, nice and clear. But yeah, that 357 SIG's doing some pretty good damage. So there we go. There was that 125 grain Spear Gold Dot loaded by Underwood.